Hello and good morning, good afternoon, and a very good evening to you, the good and wonderful people of the tube. Hope you're all here today. Hope you're feeling grand all around your world. Hi there, everybody. Welcome to the A&Q Thursday, everybody. One day I'm going to mess this up. I think I already have, actually, but that's okay. Anyway, welcome to the A&Q Thursday, and let's get to question one. So, question one today is, if you had to choose between buying a Marshall 25c or a Marshall Studio Classic 20 to run in stereo with a Katana 50, which would you choose for a John Frusciante tone and why? And do you think these combo amps are good enough cheap alternative to getting a head and a cab setup? Okay, so let's start the top of it. So, which one would I pick to run in stereo with Katana, the Marshall Studio Classic, which is the Plexi, or the 2525, which is the Silver Jubilee? Personally, I would probably choose to get the Jubilee. Most probably. I think the Jubilee would pair better with the Katana over the Plexi, because the Plexi has to be quite wound up to get to that overdrive thing, that dirty, clean John Frusciante tone. The Plexi has to be wound quite high up to get that. And at that point, it's very loud and obnoxious. So it's kind of not really home use stuff. That's more kind of, live stuff. So I would say the 2525 would be the better option, because you could use the drive channel with the gain low to get a nice balance between the Katana and the Marshall. So I would say the 2525 is the better shout on that one. I'd say the Studio Classic, although that is my favourite Plexi at this point in time, and I love mine, which is actually away at this point in time, getting slightly modified. Not in electronics, but you will see what I mean in future videos. Anyway, but yeah, I would pick the Jubilee over that, personally, the 2525. Because it's just a better match. Again, you can get more of that John Frusciante dirty clean out of that as well, without it being deafeningly loud or cranked to the teeth, which should be better in the long run, really. So I would say the Jubilee, the Silver Jubilee Mini, would be the better one to get there over the Plexi. So yeah, that'd be the way I would go for that reason. So you also asked, do you think these combo amps are good enough? A good enough cheaper alternative to getting a head and cab setup? Definitely. Boss Katana, definitely. Boss Katana 50, 100, or the Artist, yes. Without a doubt, definitely. It's funny, when I did my back in, totally ruined my back from carrying 412s, in 2017, I had to switch to combos because my back just couldn't take the lifting anymore. And I just need to give it a break for a bit. When I switched to combos, I was using all sorts of different combos. I had a high watt, I had a Marshall, I had the Orange CR60. I had all sorts of different combos. And every time I played one live, or in rehearsal, or at home, it felt like a combo. Having used 412 stacks, half stacks, full stacks, all my gigging and music kind of playing live, I'm so used to that big wall of sound that comes out of 4 speakers, or 16 at one point. And then it went to 12, and then it went to 8. Now it's down to 4. Now it's down to 2 or 1 because of my back. If I had roadies, my God, it'd be stacks galore. I tell you that. But I was using all these combos. And every time I was using them, I was like, it just feels small. And I'm not a big fan of open back, to be honest with you, at all. Well, until the Katana. And that brings me neatly to that. When I got the Katana 50, I mean, that thing's heaven anyway. But using that, all of a sudden I was like, why does that feel so similar to a 412? Yeah, why is it just giving me this huge wall of sound and filling all the space that other combos I was using and had used didn't do? And to this day, I don't know why. And again, they're open back, which again, I'm not a fan of open back amps at all, but the Katana rules of the day. And when I got the 100, it was even bigger. And I'm just like, oh, how is it doing this? And to this day, the Katana Artist 150 watt are the only combos I've ever played. Single speaker as well. They're not even 212s. They're all single 12-inch speakers. They're the only combos I've ever played where I feel like I'm still stood in front of my stack. It's weird. I don't know how they do it, but Boss absolutely nailed it when it came down to the Katana. They just absolutely smashed it to bits. And yeah, I can't recommend the Katana enough. If you can't afford a head and a cab setup, get the Katanas. They're just insane. They are absolutely insane. I will always sing the praises of a Boss Katana. They are just heavenly. They are absolutely insanely good. They really are. So I mean that's it really. Are the tube combos good? In fact, yes, without doubt. Like I say, I've used so many combos throughout my gigging life, just here, there, and everywhere. And every time I plugged through them, I was just like, it feels like a combo. It feels like an open back, single speaker, 1x12, 2x12 combo. It doesn't feel like a head and a cab, and it doesn't feel like a 412 or multiple 412s. And then getting the Katana was like, okay, that feeling's back. Happy Dave. It was just amazing. Absolutely love it to bits. And to this day, I do have an orange CR60 that is amazing. I love it. And it sounds massive. In all fairness, actually, my CR60, I recently bought another one because I had to get rid of the one I had ages ago because I needed the money, basically. So I got rid of that one and then bought another one recently. The CR60 I've got now is so much better than the one I had before. Like, the one I had before was really good, but it was all a bit kind of like, it lacked in a lot of different kind of ways. The CR60 I've got now, oh my god, is that thing heavenly. It's absolutely amazing. I mean, it weighs more than the world, but I absolutely love it. It's really good. But it still doesn't have as big sound as the Katanas. Although it sounds huge, it still doesn't kind of like, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with the Katanas. They're just ridiculous. You feel like you're just stood in front of a massive load of amps. It's amazing. And they're the only combo I've ever played through that actually scratches that itch for me. Like I say, the orange definitely does it. The CR60 definitely does it for me. But after a while, I'm aware of what it is. With the Katanas, I can actually forget I'm playing through a Katana. Even the 50 watt, I can forget I'm playing through such a tiny little amp and go, oh, I feel, and then I'll be like, I can fool myself into thinking it is my stack. It's weird. Anyway, so definitely, yeah. And they're just a jack of all trades. They're absolutely amazing. There's nothing you can't get out of a Katana. It's just insane. Okay, anyway, gonna move on to question 2, final question of today. Okay, so question 2, it's quite a cool question. Okay, so what would you do if you discovered that you had a break-in and found all your guitars stolen? Okay, now what would I do if I came home to find all my guitars stolen? Probably just have a heart attack, and that would be the end of that. Yeah, I don't know. Cry, definitely. Inconsolable, definitely. Just lose my mind, definitely. Want to go on a murderous rampage, Liam Neeson style, and track down all my guitars, definitely. I don't know who you are, but if you let my guitars go now, that will be the end of it. I will not follow you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I have a very, very, very special set of skills. I don't know where I'm going with this one, and I don't know the next bit. Anyway, I will find you. I will get my guitars back, and I will kill you. Was that Hollywood enough, do you think? Do you reckon I could pass for Liam Neeson? Have I got the kind of like hard guy stare? I think that's not really tough guy. That's like rubbish. Anyway, enough trying to be Liam Neeson, Dave. Anyway, it definitely wouldn't be Taken either, would it? It'd be, well, just Dave. Just call the film Dave and just have me staring at a camera for 5 hours like this, trying to quote Liam Neeson. Anyway, I'm getting way off track here. Bring it back in, Dave. Bring it back in. Take a breath. And out. Okay. We're calm again, people of YouTube. We're back to normal-ish. Okay, so what would I do? Like I said, I would just lose my mind. I would absolutely lose my mind. It's literally the worst thing in the world. I mean, having anything stolen is horrible. It's such a violating feeling. It really is. Having things stolen from me. I know people who have had their houses broken in and things have been stolen. I've had things stolen from me. It's not a nice feeling. So to come back and to come home and then find all your guitars, amps are gone, I would have a breakdown. I would have a total breakdown. I'd lose my mind. I couldn't deal with it. I think it would set me into a bit of a weird place, to be honest with you. I reckon I'd be I just wouldn't be in a very nice place. It'd be very, very horrible. I just couldn't cope with that. Because my guitars are me, they mean so much to me, and my amps and my pedals, they all mean so much to me. So if they got stolen and taken away, I just couldn't cope with that. It just absolutely hollow me out and kill me. It really would. So yeah, there you go. That's what would happen there. I just would not be able to hack that at all. It'd be literally the worst thing. Well, one of the worst things that could happen. It'd be absolutely horrible. I can't even. In all fairness, I kind of don't want to imagine it because it's a really gross feeling. I really don't like it at all. But that's about as far as I can go with that one because I kind of don't want to think about it because it actually makes me feel a bit scared. To be honest with you, it freaks me out. It really does. So I'm going to leave it there on that one. So anyway, Liam Neeson weirdness aside, I hope I've answered your questions okay today, people of YouTube, and I'll see you again tomorrow for another video. I forgot what it is at this point in time, but I'll see you again for another one, and then on Saturday for another one. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this vid, and I hope I've answered your question okay. As usual, if you want to submit a question for A&Q Wednesday, description box below has an email link. Email me there. And if you like what I do here and you want to support this channel, in the description box below there is a link to my Patreon thing. So if you want to support what I do here, please consider becoming a patron on my Patreon. I find that so hard to say. Peas. Anyway, it's so difficult. Anyway, I'm still getting used to actually plugging that as well because it feels really wrong. Anyway, but yeah. But my Patrons, I'm so grateful to everybody who's on my Patreon because they just give me the ability to live my dream. And if it wasn't for all you lot on my Patreon, I would not be able to do this. So thank you so much indeed. Like I say, if you want to support the channel and you like what I do here, please consider becoming a Patreon. It really, really helps me. It really does. I'm so grateful. And yeah. Thank you very much indeed for watching, everybody. I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great one until then. Have a great morning, afternoon, good evening. Haha, that wasn't even a word, but yeah, goodbye now. Thank you.